Ever since this season started, we hadn't seen Emile Smith-Rowe starting a game as a player of Arsenal in the starting 11. But it looks like today is the day for Emile Smith-Rowe to obviously put all the misery behind him and obviously start into that position that Arteta believes he's obviously going to thrive and obviously blossom to destroy the team of Brentford today. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Strictly talking Emile Smith-Rowe and how Arteta has assured him that the day is today. He's going to destroy the side of Brentford. He needs to prove himself in the eye or in the public eye to show to it that everything really goes on as planned. Let's see close to 500 likes smash in this video as we welcome back Emile Smith-Rowe officially to obviously feature into the starting 11 of Arsenal. To really bring you up to speed, Arsenal have gone ahead to play some good games, like 6 games this season, and he hasn't kicked a ball as a starter. He has managed to come on as a substitute, as you saw him over the weekend when he played the team of Tottenham Hotspur. And I think there is another game of the Champions League where he got some good minutes, like 2015, and the entire crowd was really roaring for his coming in through to obviously show their resonance with their academic graduate, that is Emile Smith-Rowe. So when you look at Emile Smith-Rowe, he never started the game of Nottingham Forest. Arsenal won it by 2-1. He never started in the game of Crystal Palace. He never started in the game of Fulham. He never started in the game of Manchester United. He never started in the game of PSV, right? So those are the games that Arsenal have gone ahead to play. In the Premier League, they've gone ahead to play 6 games. And in the Champions League, we're going to have to play 1 game, meaning that they are playing another game here, and he never started in the game of Everton. Some games, he obviously came off the bench, and some games, he was not even used as a substitute, as Arsenal really went ahead to thrive into those games. Now today, as I showed you into the match preview that I really recorded late in the night and uploaded this video, that for Emile Smith-Rowe, this is the day for him. This is the day made for him, and Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to obviously confirm it to us. And he was talking to Football London, and these were his words, that at this level of competition for places in the team, is his biggest problem. And if he goes to the international team, does he start? It depends on who is also in that position. So it's one thing to be there and the other to start. So people were asking Arteta that how come he went ahead and played for the under-21s and they even won the trophy, and he never really had time to play in for this team of Arsenal. That was a very big question for Mikel Arteta, and told them that the levels matter, the levels of competition matter. At the under-21, he can obviously come in through and really start because he's really better than most of the players there. But when it comes to this side of Arsenal, there are levels that we have to meet and obviously take the player to the next level. And that is Mikel Arteta for you. He also went ahead and added the following, that here he is incredibly popular. We all love him. It's not different to what the people feel, to what we feel about him. There has been many reasons why he hasn't started a match. He was out for long. He was out for a long time. And I really understand why Arteta is taking him through these drills of not even hurrying him to obviously start in this team of Arsenal. Do you know why? It might even affect him, because the moment Arsenal have gone ahead to hurry players back from injury, they've gone ahead to obviously really get a very huge setback, like Emile Smith-Rowe himself. You very much know that Smith-Rowe really played a very vital part into the team of Arsenal. Not so? And by playing that vital role, he found himself in a position of really getting an injury, and he never went for surgery. And you all know it very well that when it mattered most in the season, he brought him on when Arsenal was playing against Manchester United last season, and ever since then the calf injury became a calf injury until he underwent a surgery, and he has not gone ahead to recover till now. So to my own understanding, I think Mikel Arteta is right, because he knows Emile Smith Rowe is young and there is no reason to bring him on and hurry him to see it that he doesn't obviously offer them the best. Now, if he had undergone the surgery in June, in the summer of 2022, he would have gone ahead to be really helpful in the season of Arsenal, because last season I saw some huge games like those of Man City where they needed a player like Emile Smith Rowe to come off and kill off these games, and he was nowhere to be seen. And we know who kills off these games. It's Emile Smith Rowe. He's a man who obviously puts in the effort that everyone really wants to see him thrive onto the pitch. So they are holding him very well. The management is really great, and they don't want to hurry him to obviously coming through and play part into this season before everything goes back to normal. Now, again, he said Smith Rowe had a sequence of matches that he played with the national team. Then he came in and didn't participate in the last 2 matches. He's played more minutes, and today he will have a chance to show that he can play at this level and be a really important player for us. So he has gone ahead and obviously confirmed to us that Emile Smith Rowe is really going to play a very huge part into this game of football as Arsenal plays away at Brentford. And you obviously know what Emile Smith Rowe really brings on the field of play. He obviously brings in what we call style, you know. He brings in what we call flavor, and so on and so forth. So that is it, what Emile Smith Rowe really had to say about this. Now, as it really started for Emile Smith Rowe this season, it never really commenced on well, as I told you at the beginning of the video. But if I told the managers confirming to us that today Emile Smith Rowe is going to get a nod ahead of any other player in the starting 11 of Arsenal against Brentford, that is good news for the player. And I think he's also really geared up to obviously coming through and get this job done and dusted and take it to the next level that most of us really deserve it to be. And this is a chance that every player would like to get, and the confirmation coming in from the manager that is going to start. And I think he slept over it, and he's ready to obviously prove to the manager that I'm ready to obviously take back my position and compete the likes of Kai Havertz, because he can obviously play in the midfield. We very much know that he can play as a left attacking midfielder. He can also play as a central attacking midfielder. So he is a versatile player and he brings a lot to that squad of Arsenal. Then Arteta added that the best position for Emile Smith Rowe is in those pockets. It is known to play as a pure winger. I think it suits him. I think the relationship will suit him. The relationships will suit him. Now he needs the minutes, and he needs to prove that he can do what he can do. Now, Arteta is going to have to let us know that the best position for Emile Smith Rowe is playing him in the midfield. And I think today we are going to see him being played in the midfield, because Arteta believes in these players, and he knows exactly what to do. And we also saw to it that he broke into the first starting 11 of Arsenal as a midfielder. We all know that. Do you remember? That breakout season for him when he played for Arsenal was when he was played as a central attacking midfielder. But when Odegaard came in through, Arteta shifted him onto the left wing, and by then Martinelli had not gotten into the team, by the way, and Smith Rowe was ahead of Gabriel Martinelli. But you see how things really changed, that when Emile Smith Rowe deteriorated because of injuries, then the man himself really showed up and obviously lived up to the occasion. That is Emile Smith Rowe. So Arteta says he can also play off the wing, but he knows he's going to play in the midfield, meaning that we anticipate a midfield three of Emile Smith Rowe, Jorginho, and Kai Havertz. Because for Kai Havertz, he never started in the game of Tottenham Hotspur. I think the manager would like to get him this game to obviously see to it that he obviously comes in and thrives to get Arsenal to where it deserves to be. You can as well see Kai Havertz leading the line for Arsenal, as Jesus and Nketiah might be rested by the manager to see to it that they come on through and offer the required support to see to it that they really see the team thrive to where it deserves to be. So that's what I had for you. Arteta's going to head to tip Emile Smith-Rowe to blossom today as Arsenal take on Brentford, and believes he's going to obviously fire all cylinders and destroy the side of Brentford. And for your information, yesterday, very many teams really went in through. The team I support, that is Manchester United, went ahead to beat Crystal Palace by 3 goals to nil. Garnacho, Anthony Martial, and Casemiro were on target. And the other teams that obviously went ahead to play were Burnley beat Salford by 4 goals to nil. Exeter City beat Luton Town by 1 goal to nil. Ipswich Town beat Wolves by 3 goals to 2. Mansfield knocked out Peterborough by 3 goals to 1 in penalties. Then Middlesbrough knocked out Bradford 2-0. Port Valley knocked out Sutton Town by 1 goal to nil. And Manchester United knocked out Crystal Palace. Now, if Arsenal win today, they might face those that we went in through, but there are also some other huge games, as Liverpool hosts Leicester City today. Then Blackburn Rovers hosts Cardiff. Lincoln City hosts West Ham. Chelsea hosts Brighton. Then Bournemouth hosts Stoke City. Brentford hosts Arsenal. Aston Villa hosts Everton. Fulham hosts Norwich. Newcastle hosts Man City. I believe this is the biggest game of this round, and Man City is playing away from home, and they are really having huge injuries. And this time round, they might find themselves knocked out by Newcastle, because for Newcastle, they want to obviously coming in through to obviously take it to where they deserve it to be. And where does it deserve to be? They want to win this game because they played in the final of this tournament this year. And so they want to obviously go ahead and obviously maybe force their way back to the final. So for Arsenal, the players, especially the fringe players, need to see to it that they go through this spell. Why should they go through this spell? Obviously because they need to really see to it that they stay in this tournament such that they continue getting enough playing time. Because if you're Emile Smith-Rowe, you would work your ass off to see to it that you see your team qualify to the next round of the Carabao Cup, such that you get another game to play some 60 minutes. That will obviously show the manager that you are now back to the levels that you were on in the season of 2021-2022, where everyone saw to it that you and Bukayo Saka were really the star boys of the team. And that's why shirt number 10 was gifted to you, because you obviously deserved it. So guys, thank you very much for watching through, telling me your thoughts about Arteta tipping Emile Smith-Rowe to blossom today. And we thank God for the gift of life, and we sign out for now. See you later. I'm out.